Howdy! PSD and its shows are mostly supported by you guys. If you like what we do, make sure to rate the podcast wherever you listen, subscribe if you haven't, share your favorite moments and episodes with friends, and check out our Patreon if you want to give us some financial support, as well as getting a little treat in return. Why did I say treat? All of that stuff helps like you wouldn't believe. Thanks so much for everything, and we hope you enjoyed this episode of Pondering Spooky Tapes.
In the deepest and darkest of woods, where not even the light of the moon can penetrate, two vile creatures indulge in dark delights and have conquered their comrades into capitulation. Now they wander these lands watching scary cinema, and there's a good chance you're next. Mandalore and Billy invite you to ponder some spooky tapes. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, every ghoul! Today, we at Pondering Spooky Tapes watched Krampus!
More like Krampus.
More like Krampus.
Holiday monster all-star flick. Krampus from 2015, directed by Michael Dougherty of Trick or Treat fame and Godzilla King of Monsters.
The best one.
Demonic toys with a budget.
Really? The American one?
Oh, well, I mean, of the American ones, King of the Monsters is the best one.
I thought you meant like of all Godzilla
God,
movies,
no.
and I was like, I feel like that's insane.
Yeah, no, that's an insane take.
I liked Godzilla 2014.
I'm a Godzilla 99 defender, so I can't speak about this.
That's a lot of fish.
I have that movie in arm's reach on DVD.
I love that movie so much.
In the year 99, 2000 is where the fights the flying saucer that's a big creature.
No, 2000. Well, 2000 came out like in 99, I thought.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought you meant 90. Oh, wait, no, it's 98 with Matthew Broderick. That's a lot of fish.
Yeah, that's the American one.
Right. 99 has the flying saucer.
I thought we were talking about the Broadway
Wait, what's
one.
the
No, with Orga.
what's the one with the fucked up
I thought
Godzilla
Godzilla
one? I thought that was 99. No,
I thought
98.
Godzilla
98.
2000. 98 is Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, that's the one that's my favorite one.
Okay.
It was 98?
Because there is a movie. Yes.
Yeah, 98 with Matthew Broderick.
There is a movie called Godzilla 2000, but it came out in 1999.
What?
Yes.
And there's a flying saucer that turns into a big creature and he fights
Yeah,
it.
Orga.
I just like how weird T-Rexy Godzilla 98 is.
Was that supposed to be?
My dad was really pissed about Godzilla 98, so he brought me to see 2000 in the theater to see real Godzilla properly.
Did he take you to go see real Godzilla properly and take you to go see Final Wars in the theaters?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Final Wars. Krampus.
Yes, Holly Jolly's the town.
Yes, written by Todd Casey and Zach Shields, with a soundtrack by Douglas Pipes of Trick or Treat and Monster House fame.
It's all Trick or Treat fame, really.
Honestly, it's pretty fucking good. The soundtrack is fucking awesome. It basically takes all these classic Bing Crosby Carol of the Bells tracks and just kind of spookifies them.
Turns it into Google Crosby, am I right?
Hey, I get it.
Search engine joke.
It's starring MJ Anthony. He was also the kid in Chef. Adam Scott from fucking everything, specifically
Uncle Ben.
Hellraiser Bloodlines. Uncle Ben
from Madam
Uncle
Web.
Ben from Madam Web.
Her webs connects us all.
Toni Collette from fucking Hereditary, Knives Out, Sixth Sense. You know who she is. Like this is a fucking all-star cast.
A bald guy from Anchorman.
Yeah, David Koechner and Allison Tolman from The Gift and Fargo. Before we start, I will mention also, before I forget, we did watch the naughty cut, which is 4 minutes longer.
With nothing that naughty added, really.
There's one dick.
What are you now? A Jew?
Not actually seen, not a visual dick, just uttered. One dick uttered. And references to Trick or Treat. It was very insignificant.
So I originally thought it was more just the ant was just a little more foul. But it was like, I think only like 2 or 3 lines. The rest was more just character scenes.
Yeah.
Like a few shots were just like a few seconds longer, or they had this little moment. It's not like another movie where, this is completely different and gory and less like swearing and it was cut down.
Yeah, you know what's weird actually? They cut down the sister talk. I thought that was in the original movie where the 2 sisters talk about their families together and they're like around the Christmas tree and being like, oh well, my family and your family, we're not so different after all.
It's a very Christmassy scene which they cut out.
Strange. They also cut out the kid drinking alcohol because that would have given them an R-rated.
It is weird to think, though. Like, it still felt like a PG-13 movie, really.
Yeah.
There's nothing that was, like, crazy in it.
That's the point of this movie, though. They basically wanted to make, like, a gateway horror movie, like Amblin movies, like Poltergeist specifically was named a lot.
That explains the clown.
That explains the clown.
They had a scene that was straight out of Tremors. Like, I really like that scene where the thing is tunneling underneath the ground, and then Adam Scott's character pulls the gun, and it's so reminiscent of Burt Gummer pulling out the revolver in Tremors.
Oh, yeah.
And they had the creature in the walls vents that was just like eight-legged freaks with a cat.
Yeah, eight-legged freaks. Poor Rosie, man.
Let's get into this, though. Brendan,
Yeah.
you had a take.
Okay, so my take is with any horror movie, I'm always like, I know that happy ending. Okay, I have a dumb reason for disliking like the bulk of the movie. I know that you shouldn't expect happy endings in horror movies, but God, do I just feel deflated when the end of the movie is like, and then they're all trapped in the fucking Christmas vortex. The end.
Are
idiot.
they though?
Are they or aren't they?
No, actually though, are they? Because
Are they?
Yeah, because of the soft glow camera. They're stuck in a Hallmark movie.
No, that doesn't mean it. That doesn't mean that they're trapped in a
Well, it could mean
snow
that he's
globe.
watching
He's
them.
watching them,
He
yeah.
sees
He's
you
watching
when you're
them.
sleeping.
Basically, you can interpret the ending however you want. That's one thing that I remember hearing in one of the interviews was just like the original ending was very much like was even more ambiguous, but this one is a little less ambiguous and kind of has like two ways of seeing it. Like either Krampus is looking at them, being sure that they don't do another naughty moment, or that they're actually trapped.
Did you read the comic?
I did read the comic
Because
the comic is very explicit.
I guess it's worth bringing up because I would imagine most people don't know about the comic.
The
comic basically straight up goes, "Oh, Krampus spared them, and anyone who spares, he watches them through these globes."
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which the movie makes it seem like, oh, they could be. It looks like Brendan was saying, with like the glow around them, it looks like they're trapped in the ball. Instead, it's, oh no, he spared them, but he keeps watching them to make sure they're still being good.
Yeah.
The big thing about me thinking that like they were trapped in there is he had so many other globes with like older houses in there, and that obviously like draws your eye to the idea of it being a collection of Christmas.
Exactly, but it's just other people he spared. Which, again, the comic came. Was it around the time the movie or after it?
26.
Okay.
Might have the same year, but yeah, the entire thing is he's monitoring whoever he saves.
Also, I will say though, another thing, for people who want to know, it's called Krampus, Shadow of St. Nicholas, and it is actually written by Michael Dougherty, I think.
Yeah, the director wrote it.
Yeah, he clears that up.
Though for the record, I kind of fucking despise when anything has like spin-off media that you need. It's like, oh, this completely spells out this ambiguous thing.
Yeah.
It's always like,
I think the standalone nature of it is way more interesting.
Well, because when I read it, I thought it was like, oh, they're trapped in the ball forever, because it had like the soft lighting, like very dreamlike, like, oh, they're trapped in the ball. And then you read it, and it's like, oh no, he's just keeping an eye on them. He's watching them. But it would explain why Grandma's so like haunted, because she's like always trying to be good and observe Christmas so that shit doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
And he is actively watching her.
Also, the main protagonist of fucking the comic book looks like Gordon Freeman too much.
My other misgiving was honestly like
giving. Oh, like a gift
like
for
giving
Christmas.
a gift for Christmas. Yes,
that's true.
Like that family was not awful enough for Krampus to intervene. I just was like,
no, they were not.
I was just like, dude, like it was such a basic family of like, oh, poor sister and uncle and aunt that everybody hates. And I was just like, there's not like, this needed a drunk and evil grandpa. Like this needed
a drunken evil grandpa.
Well, this needed a family member that like, or like an uncle that everybody fucking hated that didn't appear at the end scene that gets fucking actually killed. Like this needed like for people who've gone through horrible holidays, this needed a little bit of like a popping the balloon moment where they're like, okay, but fuck that guy.
I don't know.
I mean, Billy, to be fair, this is Brendan. This is like, Brendan, look how fucked up this family is. Isn't it fucked up?
Yeah,
and
no,
Brendan's sitting back in his big throne of, you think that's bad.
My last fucking Christmas, my uncle pissed on the floor and didn't clean it up. Like this was like, I was like, fuck, dude, they all have houses. They're all getting gifts. Max is getting slightly bullied by his cousins. And I'm like, brother, come on. This is not a dysfunctional family. This is just my sister is doing better than me. My sister is doing worse than me, but has more family and gets to spend time with her family. And I'm just like, man, oh man.
I see what you mean, yeah.
It's dysfunctional, but isn't to the level that warrants a Krampus visit. I'd agree.
I honestly, like, I really did think that, like, it was going to ramp up. And I also thought they would do some kind of, like, this is on me for my perception of, like, life, of being like, I really thought that, like, there was going to be some kind of coldness between Adam Scott and his wife that would at least they'd build into, but nope. They like build into it a little bit, but not really at all. The uncle immediately is like on board with Adam Scott and everything. Like he's not.
There was some tension.
They changed their tune very quickly once everything comes down.
They changed their tune really quickly without even really before they even really see the creatures, and then they all come together like a big family even before Krampus starts fucking abducting them one by one. It's like, man.
I mean, he was being pulled into the ground by a graboid creature, and they had found a house that had been raided by somebody or something.
Yeah, but if that was a real like uncle with a Hummer and guns in the Hummer, like he would have been like, it's not a creature, man. It's Ruth Bader Ginsburg, man. Like I did
in the ground,
the ground. Like they just didn't. I don't know, man. I still like the movie overall. I think, like at the end of the day, like a lot of the stuff is really neat, but I don't know, something about the family angle. I don't feel like it was pushed hard enough. I feel like this was pushed by.
It feels like we needed something meaner to happen, like to make the fight, like her reading the Santa.
You know what? Yeah. Somebody should have pushed Grandma down the stairs.
No.
This is written by somebody who the worst thing that happens at their Christmas is like a huffy aunt or a slightly racist family member. Like this is like oh gee, don't you wish that slightly racist family member that comes to your big fucking house would like.
You know, I didn't think about it, but you're so right, because man, if that's all it takes, Krampus is just fucking ruining everybody's Christmas.
If that's all it takes, he's fucking everywhere in every house across the U.S.
This reminds me of another movie, which we're all probably thinking of. We're all thinking of Gremlins at some point.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Santa's Sleigh.
No.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about Santa's Sleigh during the commentary.
But Joe Dante also directed Small Soldiers, where the poor.
Oh my God, it's happened again.
No, like with the poor the poor outcast kid in Small Soldiers, where he's like, "Oh, I'm so hard. Like this new town sucks," and he has like the most immaculate bedroom. It's like an entire
nice
fucking floor,
and a home, and regular amounts of food.
Where it's like. Yeah, where the director is like, this is what a kid's bedroom is like. But he's the outcast. But it's like, okay, this is like an enormous, this is like an enormous bedroom children do not grow up with.
I didn't expect it to be like an exercise in suffering or anything, but I was really like, man, I was just watching this the whole time, and I was being like, yeah, I get it. Big house, like, ooh, I'm jealous of you. I'm like, if this was a movie that came out in the 90s, I'd be totally on board with it. But I feel like I'm just like, yeah, okay, buddy. Yeah, all right.
I'd be fine with that family if there was some sort of meaner catalyst besides just the Santa letter.
Yeah.
Like if something more fucked up happened at dinner, like if Goldberg came in and killed the dog.
Like the cousins bullied more, or something was more fucked up. Like it just was lacking like a level of oomph that I was really expecting out of it. After I remember when this movie came out, and I wasn't into horror movies at all, but I had coworkers telling me, dude, Krampus is so awesome. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, it's so awesome. My brother would be like, dude, this movie is fucking epic. It's so fucking cool.
I would agree.
I was like, oh, so I feel like my expectations maybe were set too high because this is a movie I've been talked to about for a while, but also I was just like,
I'm surprised it was hyped up for you.
Midwestern.
That is actually pretty weird.
Yeah, most people are like, oh, Krampus is cool. Not like, oh, it's the coolest shit ever.
Yeah,
but like if you live in dumbfuck Iowa and your coworkers are the type of coworkers to be like, hey man, check this out, it's a picture of my girlfriend's boobs, everything is the most awesome epic thing ever. Everything is like, oh, dude, this movie is so epic. It's so cool. Dude, have you heard of God's Not Dead? Like, it's totally fucking awesome.
It's fine. I'm going to be honest. Like, this is, I talk a little bit about it on the commentary track, which you can check out. It's free. It's free on a merch store in the description. I remember not liking this movie the first time I watched it for a completely different reason. It was the point of the movie when, like, I was watching the behind the scenes stuff, and Doherty did say multiple times that was the point of getting these comedic actors to like be in this fucking horror movie. And I just, there's something about the dialogue in the first act that just really bothers me, and I don't like it. It feels like a Parks and Recs episode.
It's kind of in the same areas like Brendan was talking about, where it's like the family's not quite nasty enough.
Maybe.
Like the part where it kind of makes you go, oh, that's sentimental is when, she's actually reading out his letter to Santa.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that sounds like a little real. Like, I wish my mom and dad, like, were still in love. I think they just miss each other. But it is very, like, even the opening with, like, the mall, it's like, okay, this is mean-spirited Christmas.
Oh my God, I hate the mall. That it's one of the cliches I hate the most about any holiday movie.
Oh, and they show the mall, the mall
when
chaos.
they're like,
Oh, the Black
look at
Friday
how
shot.
fucked up. This is what capitalism does to you, man. This is so fucked up. This is consumerism, man. And it's like, you're just saying the same thing like a billion
it's
other.
like Jingle All the Way.
Every motherfucker who worked on this movie has never actually gone Black Friday shopping, and it shows because, like, it's not like it hasn't been that way since the early 2000s of people like overtaking stores. Well, I want to say like early to mid 2000s.
You have the stampedes still every once in a while, even back then.
But like the real horror of Black Friday is like either working retail or like genuinely having to go with your family and being a line stopper. Have any of y'all been line stoppers before?
What is a line stopper?
A line stopper is something my mom invented because she traveled for a while. She traveled with
you asked us, do you guys know what that is? And then we're like, no, and you're like, well, this was invented by us.
It wasn't invented by my mom, but the idea is she traveled with a bunch of people Black Friday shopping in like a roving gang of moms. And like, this was like high school before I worked retail. She would bring me and my brother along from 12 a.m. to like 4 a.m. And my brother and I would just have to stand in line for her at different stores.
Oh, you hold her place.
I hold her place in lines so that we can get products for her and my grandma and other people.
You made it sound like it was much more interesting, if I'm honest.
Line stopper sounded like something schemish.
I thought you were going to be like, oh yeah, we had to fucking push people and kill them.
Oh, there was pushing and shoving. It wasn't like killing people, but there was a lot of like people who would try to cut in front of me, and I had to have to be like, nope, and then I cut in front of them, and then they cut in front of me, and then I cut in front of them.
What the fuck?
It was a nightmarish 3 years of my life. Every Christmas came around, and I was like, retail will save me, and look what happened to me now.
I'm lucky that when I worked retail, it was not like a Black Friday kind of place. Like, no one's rushing in to get a sale on lumber.
Mine was really bad, actually, because mine was, I would do Black Friday at Walmart, but I didn't work at Walmart. I worked at the McDonald's inside the Walmart.
Oh.
Basically, everybody would finish at Black Friday.
I'm hungry.
And then be like, I'm hungry. The thing is, Walmart is huge, but the McDonald's inside the Walmart is tiny. So it was fucking a sea of people trying to get a fucking Big Mac or a fucking McChicken. It was so bad. There was like people throwing food around. It was ass.
I loved my GameStop Black Friday shifts because I would always ask for the worst times. Like, I want to say 11 p.m. to 11 a.m.
Oh, God.
And for the first 8 hours of the shift, nobody knew GameStop. Yeah, so a 12-hour shift. Nobody knew that GameStop was doing anything for Black Friday, so you get the weirdest fucking people. I had people...
What?
Every year, I always had one old man come in and ask if we had Windows XP at the fucking GameStop.
Every year?
What
do you mean
for
every
4
year?
years.
Was it the same guy?
This man would come in. It was a different old white guy every fucking time, and they would ask about the weirdest shit. Usually, it was either Windows XP or they'd ask if we had the little like Tecmo Bowl games, the little handheld ones, and I'd be like, "No, man, this is GameStop. I'm sorry."
Tecmo Bowl games?
Yeah, the little handheld like football game you could get from like the 80s.
Oh, why the fuck would you carry that? It's not the 80s anymore.
Like the Tiger games?
Because old people would be confused and up in the middle of the night, roaming around like a ghoul.
In the middle of the night.
They'd be ghouling around at 4 a.m. and they'd go, GameStop. I like solitaire. Do maybe they have solitaire machine?
Maybe they have the Deal or No Deal Tiger Electronics game.
Oh, GameStop.
Or I love Tiger game.
Oh. Maybe they have AVGN's band.
The Tiger
Rex
Electronics.
Viper album. Tiger Electronics.
The fuck are you talking about anymore?
Maybe they have
You're
Rex
just
Viper
spewing.
albums.
You're just spewing words. You fuck. Stop it.
It's the eye of the tiger.
Electronic. Oh, that's
Yeah.
why you said that.
For a second,
I was
thought
so fucking confused.
I thought he did the remix that was Eye of the Spider, but that was a child singing about Minecraft.
You know, he did Eye of the Tiger Electronics.
Oh, is that real?
You've never seen the fucking Eye of the Tiger Electronics video from
No.
Rex Viper? Oh, God. It's so ass, dude. Yeah.
I'll be real. I saw a little bit of Rex Viper, and I did not care for it and turned it off immediately.
I saw them live.
Oh,
It was better live, if I'm honest.
that's good.
God.
Krampus attacks the Nana. Krampus attacks Gram, who refused to fucking speak English and actively caused problems by not speaking in English.
From something you said in the commentary, I'm going to need an edit of the grandma from Krampus, but it's got the fucking Yakuza font and it says Omi Alliance.
Omi Alliance. Yeah, because her name was Omi.
It was
oh,
Omi.
blessed.
She had her secrets.
But yeah, no, this movie has some of the best fucking monsters. Like, the practical effects are so good. I'm pretty sure Gingerbread Man is the only one that's not that's like fully CG, except in the scenes where they eat where little Howie Jr. eats the fucking gingerbread man.
Cookie Howie.
What a stupid fuck. What a dumbass.
It was nice to see Gooby make a reappearance, especially after Brendan noticed Gooby like edits.
It felt there were moments in this movie where the transitions felt like Gooby in the weirdest ways.
It's the fades.
It's the fades. I was just like, what the I like being your dad?
If I was evil, I could have just, I could have done a lot. I could have fucked with the movie. I didn't. All the monsters were actually made by Weta Workshop.
That checks out completely. Because they look really good.
Yeah, especially the elves. The elves designs are super good, and they kind of remind me of Urukai. Like the little tiny Urukai motherfuckers.
I mean, with all the different masks, I'm sure Weta made like a 40-page design bible for why the elves look that way.
Oh, for sure.
And all the weird underworld creatures that they take the the furs and like bones from.
Specifically, the fucking Jack in the Box was like a giant puppet with 3 people inside of it wriggling around and moving it. It's cool, man. I think the designs are fantastic. Pretty much all of this movie was filmed inside of a soundstage in New Zealand. Even the one of the coolest things is that the outdoor sections, all of that was on a soundstage, and they used miniatures in front of the camera to show scales.
Oh.
Pretty much all the houses that weren't the main house were little miniatures or at a third of the scale of an actual house.
Oh, they look really good.
Yeah.
They just use like perspective to make it look like things are bigger.
Nix, I could not tell.
This movie is like an achievement when it comes to this stuff. It just looks fantastic. The just the cinematography, the color grading, everything. Because it's a lot of blues and oranges. It looks so good.
Especially for a Krampus movie, since there have been endless other Krampus movies.
Santa Slays.
Yeah.
Krampus is not in fucking Santa's sleigh.
That's in the spirit of a Krampus movie, but there were at like the actual sci-fi original like Krampus, and it's like a guy in a goat mask who goes around stabbing people.
So tumnus core.
He was.
Reset the counter. One day it'll hit.
I'm waiting for the day there's an itch.io game that just has a tumnus timer.
That's
And I'll buy it I'll buy it immediately if I see that in a screenshot.
Collect my 8 cornucopias. Set yourself free.
set yourself free.
Would you collect the pages from a lamppost?
Wouldn't it be fucked up if there was a tiny Slender Man or like a really big page and it made you collect 8 tiny Slendermen?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I got so confused. I was like, what the fuck are you telling me? You're telling me that a page would tell you to collect Slenderman.
Yes, tiny ones, but it's a big page.
White Slenderman.
I see. Disagree.
Shut up. Why do the creatures have green blood?
Was it only Gooby that had green blood?
Did anything else bleed?
I don't think they made the other ones bleed. I think it was
yeah.
Was it
green
only Gooby?
for rating reasons.
Oh, true.
Well, no, actually take that back. When the ant shot Gooby in the head with a shotgun, I think he had red blood in his brain, but I could be mistaken.
It was green
thought it
blood.
was more
It was
green
like
blood.
slime that came out of him. It was a big splatter of slime.
She like stabbed it in the face with something, right? And it shot.
Yeah, when she
green
stabbed him
goo,
was
and
green.
I giggled because it was a goopy little guy.
No, when they shot him, it splattered green on the back of the wall.
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
So they got away with it in Evil Dead.
Or if it would be for ratings.
What's everybody's favorite little critter from this movie?
The robot needed more screen time.
Gooby.
Teddy looks so funny in this. I fucking love him.
I did like the jester. I like when he does this Jack in the Box man. I like his little clap when he hears the horrible sounds outside.
That's pretty good.
right.
That's pretty good.
Oh my god, it's driving me insane. I just remembered when they fucking helicopter evac that motherfucker out because he's in danger.
He ate too much and couldn't move easily, so they rescued him like a cow from a forest fire.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
They just like harnessed him up and pulled him out.
This movie's fucking hilarious. There's a lot of great fucking moments where when that little kid gets hooked up the chimney and it just goes whoop.
There were a lot of cartoon sound effects.
He hit something and it was a metal clang.
Yeah, the cartoon dong.
Yeah.
Dong.
There's the plate. I keep thinking about the fucking basic plate shatter SFX, and I was like, what the fuck? They also, when
a bunch of sound effects sound like
window.
jokes, basically. Yeah, the whoop, like the banana peel slip sound. A lot of those just seemed like the sound designers like just fucking around.
They were just goofing. They were having a good fucking time.
And it is a good fucking time because of it. It really enhances the fucking the movie. I'm really sad that Justin Roiland, we couldn't tell which one it was.
They were all pitched up.
Yeah, because in this movie there is Justin Roiland and playing a little gingerbread man, but I can't tell which because there's like 3 of them, and one of them is Seth Green, Justin Roiland, and I don't know who else.
Well, that's why the Robot Chicken and Rick and Morty posters.
Yeah,
Robot
and
Chicken
the fucking
epic.
Minecraft, IM's beef.
Yo, so the other gingerbread man was Notch. I get it.
Who wasn't a gingerbread man?
Maybe. Who knows? 2015. What was he up to?
So that's what happened at the candy room, man.
Oh. Nobody knows what the fuck the candy room is. The candy room is like a thing that we talk about all the time, and nobody fucking knows it.
There is no candy room anymore. It's long rotten. It has to be.
It's all gone.
You don't know. Maybe it's still going.
The vendor comes by and knocks on the door. They just hear a bulbous sound, squelching from behind the door. Sir, I'm here to replace the candy. Bring it in.
What is this fucking meat cannon script you're making?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Open up the door. Notch is now cube-shaped in the middle of the floor, shivering. Feed it to me, candy.
Okay, I found it. The 3 gingerbread men are Lumpy, Clumpy, and Dumpy. It's Seth Green, Justin... No, seriously. It's Seth Green, Justin Roiland, and Breen Burns. I do not know who that is.
Yeah, I'm not... Breen Burns.
I thought you shortened Bernie Burns, and I was like, what does Rooster Teeth have to do with Dumpy?
Yo, Bernie Burns.
No, I think it's somebody who worked on... in the art department for Krampus and Trick or Treat.
I mean, there could be a bit of a Rooster Teeth connection. For the final shot of the movie, they had Freddie Wong do the effects.
What?
What are you talking about?
When all the creatures pop up before the credits.
Yeah.
Oh, that looked so fucking Scooby-Doo core.
Effect.
That was Scooby-Doo as fuck. That was not actually fucking... Stop that. That's not real.
You got the rocket jump guys on
Did you get that? Did you get that fucking off of IMDb trivia? What are you
No,
talking
he's
about?
making it up.
Oh, damn.
I'm Googling Freddie Wong Krampus. Now I have to know.
I don't fucking like that series of words, dude. What?
To be fucking fair, the ending absolutely positively it felt like a Scooby-Doo 2 like scene.
Or Sinister, I guess, when Baga jumps at the screen. Wasn't that Scooby-Doo 2 when all the monsters just pop up at the end?
It was.
Yeah.
It was Monsters Unleashed. Yeah, Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed.
Everyone remembers the scene where Scooby farts at Minor 49er.
Everybody remembers the scene where Shaggy gets all bulky and says, I'm huge, man.
Everyone does remember that scene, actually, yeah.
That's a classic.
What would you do? How would you stop the giant Scrappy-Doo?
That's from the
Done.
first movie, not the second
It's
one.
a question. I
How
don't
would
know.
I stop him?
Honestly, when I first saw that movie, as a big Scrappy scared the shit out of me.
It scared the shit out of everybody.
The demons were scary. The big Scrappy was spooky.
I always thought if you poked him with a needle, he'd deflate and fly away like a balloon.
I mean, he was operating off of cartoon logic. Nothing would have stopped us
True.
from needling him.
Krampus-related question.
Yeah.
If you were to add a fucked up toy to this coterie of fucked up toys, what would be?
Bluey.
All right.
Fucked up Bluey. What if Bluey was fucked up? What if Bluey had a fucking gun?
What if Creeper, but it was real?
What if Minecraft Steve toy, but it turned into Herobrine?
He had a Minecraft poster. They could have had a Minecraft thing show up.
You used to be a hero, Brian. Hero Brian. I like that.
I'm thinking I like that name.
Is this from the? Is this elite? I hope that's not real.
No, it's not. No, it's
a
not.
fake.
No,
With everything
fake.
else I've seen about that fucking movie, It would not surprise me at all.
beef.
People were posting pictures of Jason Momoa, and they were like, he's gonna be Herobrine. And they said, you used to be a hero, Brian.
No, it's even more crazy. His name is Gamer Gamerson. It's actually insane.
It is Gamer Gamerson.
There's
That's
no
right.
way. There's no way his name is Gamer Gamerson.
His name is
No,
Garrett.
yeah,
his
the
name
new
is Garrett
trailer.
Garrison, and he's like Garrett Garrison,
Yeah.
1989 video game world champion. And I'm like, oh fuck, it's just Gamer Gamerson.
They actually did. Like it's in the fucking
remember
new
this.
trailer.
I
It's
saw the
new
beginning
trailer
of that and
came
I
out like
stopped.
yesterday.
Brendan sent me the leak earlier, and when he saw the children yearn for the mines, I yearned for the mines. I stopped. I just turned
All
it
it
off.
does is just fucking. It starts off with "I am Steve." The children yearn for the mines. That was it. Yeah, I would add like Bluey with a gun to this game, this movie.
I would make an easy bake oven that shoots fire.
Oh shit.
Yeah, with fucked up teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it bites, and it. But the teeth are flames.
I
Keep
was,
their burnt cookies.
the problem is they already have a good robot toy, which was, like Brendan said, was underused. Because I remember there was Tickle Me Elmo. The last time I remember there being a super hot toy, again, that I can remember was the Robo Sapiens, which were fucking everywhere.
Oh,
dude.
Robo
Fucking
Sapien was
Roboraptor.
awesome, man.
Yeah, because they had the Robo Raptor. They had a whole line after that. But I remember the Robo Sapien was the hot shit everyone was trying to buy. It's like NASA made invented this robot. And they made the Raptor and a whole line of robots after that for kids.
Why no fucked up evil train?
Oh, dude, somebody gets
There should have been
tied
Evil
up.
Train.
Yeah.
Evil train. Somebody gets tied up on a tiny little train set, and the train fucking hits him in the head.
Knocks their block clean off.
What?
Yeah, just knocks their head off completely. Finally.
They get shrunk?
No.
They get shrunk and just
No, the tiny train is just that strong.
They just get hit by a small train and it just knocks their block
Imagine how
off.
fucked up it would be
Oh,
if they took the aunt, they forced open her mouth, they put her on the train track, and they have the tiny evil demonic train, and the tiny evil demonic train flies into her mouth and comes out the other side with blood and gore and viscera.
I don't want it to come in and come out. That's fucking nasty. That's disgusting.
I was thinking we needed one old timey kind of toy aside from the clown, and the angel just didn't do it for me.
The angel was strange.
Well, the angel makes sense because it's supposed to be a tree topper. I got that. That's they even reference you got mom's angel still? Yeah. And I'm like, oh, evil angel, it's coming. But I was thinking okay, what if there was a ball in a cup? And the ball in a cup was fucking
fucked
evil.
up. What if there was a fucked up stick and a hoop?
What if it had but what if the ball in a cup, instead of the ball being in the cup, it was the head of a flail, and instead of it just being a cup, it was a cup, but it had two very human man legs on the bottom of it, and it ran around like one of the fucked up toys in Toy Story.
I was going to say the fishing rod with legs from Toy Story.
Yeah, the hooker from Toy Story.
Oh my god, that is what it was.
That's what it was supposed to be, is the hooker. Yeah, because it was a fishing rod with legs. A hooker, get it?
I get it. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
See, this is the kind of highbrow stuff you can only expect from the people at Pixar.
Now, I don't know what to tell you, but I will tell you. Krampus, kind of bullshit. He doesn't follow his own fucking rules.
He does not. It's fine. We pretend.
I get why they attacked that house last, but then they just blew open the fucking wall and said, all right, buddy, we're turning the fire off. And I was like, oh, okay. Fuck, man.
They were rescuing their friend and just put out the fire because fuck it.
I get it for the runtime, but the elf's just busting down the door and being like, all right, buddy, we're just going to turn out the fire here.
Well, it's because they had to save. It's because they had to save the jackal. The jackal? Jester.
The
Jack in the box.
My brain, brother.
Yeah, it was fucking Xville out the Hooters, man. We got a fucking cool. We got white phosphorus in the Krampus now.
Oh my God.
My weird pet peeve, honestly, about this movie is I'm still thinking about it because it's with every movie where they board up the walls and the door is where they got all that wood from.
Oh my God, you're fucking dinging again.
I'm dinging. I'm cinema sensing.
This is a
again.
discussion ding. He already dinged in the commentary.
I already dinged it in the commentary.
No foul.
This is a discussion ding.
Pick the flag up.
Honestly, I get it. And it's just easy. You don't have to care about where the wooden planks come from. But in my head, every time I see that, I'm unimmersed from the movie because I'm just they could break some. They could do a quick montage of them breaking shit and posting. It looks way cooler if it's broken tables and chairs ledged up as a barricade.
Maybe you have a couple of pallets in the backyard or the basement or something.
Just something like him grabbing wood.
He was going to build the kid a tree house. He got all wood for it.
No, he wasn't. He was always traveling.
Would you prefer that during their Christmas meal, he randomly stops everybody for a second and goes, I just went to Home Depot and I have a bunch of wood from Home Depot.
No, it did look older. It looked like older wood.
Honestly, you know that scene in Evil Dead where Ash attaches to the chainsaw and it's that cool quick cut montage?
Yeah.
Just that with like the tables and shit.
That could have been fun, yeah.
Like 3 shots of smashing like a chair or 2 and a table.
3 shots of smashing a chair or a table and then just fucking nailing it in. Like that's it. That's all I need.
It would have been a little more visually interesting too to have like the clock, like random junk kind of like bolted up on the windows.
A really weird Sam Raimi cut in the movie.
But I do like how comfy their little holdout is. Like their fire with their Christmas decor.
You could do way worse, you know?
No, I know. It's not like, it is not a big deal. It is not a huge,
I mean, you could do way worse being stuck in Nightmare.
You gotta suspend your disbelief a bit.
They have some creme brulee. Still gets the ding
They
from
do have creme brulee, and creme brulee is delicious. We love a creme brulee.
They drop the gravlax.
I guess I just grew up in a house where dad always had some random wood planks in the garage for whatever projects.
We established that the dad of this house was not a handyman, but also he owned a nail gun, so maybe he was.
I feel like they might have done something like, oh, that's why like the nail gun thing. I don't know if there was like a line.
I don't believe for a fucking second that Adam Scott is a builder.
But like, he had a nail gun.
No, but he's like, oh, I'll get these tools and like this stuff. I'll build something for my kid. And like the years passed. He was getting busy. He just never got around to it. He's building maybe vegetable boxes or something.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'll build these vegetable boxes. I bought these planks at Costco. But then he never did it.
Then he never did.
Planks at Costco?
You never know what's going to show up at Costco.
This movie needed more belching, honestly.
Oh, what was the child
The
burping?
clown belching was a lot.
They should have let the Rizzler drink 2 more Mountain Dews.
They got that fucked up evil green slime drink. I'm thinking about that again, man. How I thought there was a bottle of Mountain Dew.
It was called Green Inferno, I think.
It was the most
Green
fucking
Inferno.
green soda pop I've ever seen in my life. Like, it was not the consistency of Mountain Dew. It was like fucking food dye and water. Like, I could definitely tell. But it reminded me of the Sobe Life Water soda they had for a while, Mr. Green.
Oh my God,
Sobe.
that's old shit.
They had a soda, Mr. Green.
Would Green Inferno be boom or doom, Brendan?
I would give the Mr. Green a boom, honestly. You know what? This movie needed the Costco guys.
No. The Costco. To be fair, Howie Jr. kind of reminds me of the Rizzler.
He walked on screen, and I think at least 2 of us said the Rizzler.
Because all he does is walk on screen, burp, and fuck off.
He doesn't say anything.
Yeah, Mandy, didn't you have your Discord opaque that he fucked up at the beginning of the movie?
Yeah, there was
your wallpaper is the Rizzler, so you just had it faded in the Rizzler for the first little part of the movie.
No, it was the Bigler.
The Bigler.
Yeah, for reference, my current wallpaper is when those people went on was it Jimmy Fallon? Yeah, Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon.
Because he was really pissed off at them. Like, he clearly hated them. But it's an edit of them all sitting on the couch, but the Rizzler looks fucking enormous. But for whatever reason, I fucked up something in the screen share for Discord where the opacity was like 90% or something, like not all the way dark. Because I was staring at it and I was like, I swear I could see that kid's face like in the darkness in the shot, and I realized it was actually him. And it was just my desktop leaking through a bit.
Holy shit, the Rizzler in the darkness.
You walk into the fucking damp, dark dungeon of your home. You turn on the light and the Rizzler is sitting there twice his size in a big chair. He gives you the Riz face. You get fucking blasted by the Kamehameha and disappear like Cell.
Any child that is like 10% bigger than they should be with the same proportions really fucks me up. I don't like it.
Well, what's funny is that I guess because I didn't know much about them until Brendan was dumping lore to me about them. Is
He's
that
not related to them.
I know he's not their child. He's just some other kid who hangs out with them at Costco.
Kid.
He's not their. Wait. I didn't know
he's
that.
not their kid.
No
He's just
relation.
somebody else's kid. The Rizzler isn't a kid. No, he's not their kid.
Where did they find him?
Costco.
Doesn't matter.
They
He's
just
the
picked him
Rizzler.
up. He's the Rizzler. Blessing, though. Beautiful, bountiful Costco guys news. By the time this releases, the Costco guy, Big AJ, will have had his wrestling match.
Oh, wrestling
I will
debut,
say,
guys.
everybody behind the scenes that has talked to wrestling journals has said he's been nothing but awesome to work with backstage. So
I'm sure. I'm sure he's a great dude.
Who's he facing? Does anyone know?
He's facing the chunky chocolate chip cookie.
he's not. He's fighting QT Marshall in a match in a pre-show for a pay-per-view.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that is. See, that's not what I expected.
His finisher is, I think, called the Power Boom.
I think it's awesome that he's getting himself over in wrestling by feeding somebody else's kid double chocolate
Double chunk chunklick chunkies. We're gonna change our rating system thanks to the Costco guys.
A direct line to success. Like, if I feed this kid enough cookies, they'll let me wrestle. That's sort of what happens.
I'm just waiting. Honestly, there's going to be a spot where somebody hits the QT Marshall hits the ropes. Big AJ throws him into him, but the Rizzler's on the sidelines hits QT Marshall with the Riz face, and he takes a bump because of it.
Oh my god!
Like he falls back on his ass because the Riz face is too strong.
That was the most incomprehensible shit you've ever told me, man. What the fuck are you saying?
What if the Rizzler, his Riz face,
hell are you saying?
hits QT Marshall so hard it dooms him to the mat?
Manual transmission attacks the escape plan.
Dude, the escape plan was so like, we're gonna get in the snowplow and we're gonna drive, and then they're just like, yeah, man, sorry, get sucked up.
The 12-year-old didn't know how to drive stick.
So sad. The Hummer also dies a horrible death.
Just kind of explodes off screen.
Yeah.
It gets absolutely ripped apart with no noise. It's just fucking broke when they go back to it. It's done.
It's Christmas magic. Well, what's the opposite of Christmas? Don't say Halloween.
I was gonna say Halloween.
The 4th of July? Arbor Day? Arbor Day. Arbor Day.
What?
Well,
Arbor
all right, think about it
Day
this
is all
way.
about planting
Arbor
trees.
Day, Arbor Day is all about planting trees. Christmas is all about stealing trees.
I mean, you pay for them.
Ooh. What is that?
What?
Is that the Rizzler? Stop
that's the
posting
Rizzler.
Rizzler.
That's
Stop
when the
posting
Mets had him
Rizzler.
at their
Rizzler.
That's him at the Super Stadium. Yeah, the problem was they were really high. They were like really fucking up in the score, and then they post the Rizzler just to hurt their opponent even more.
That would work on me. I would be depressed.
Listen, you are shaken. It is a wisdom save to survive the Riz face.
But you're already losing when you're seeing that shit popping up.
I know. It's just going to make you lose harder. No rally.
Fucking stupid.
No comeback, dude.
I feel like fucking Frodo. Like, I wish the ring had never come to me. I wish Brendan never told me about the Costco guys. I wish I had never learned. The less I know about this child and his extended universe, the better.
I have to fucking close Discord. I keep looking at the fucking edited picture of the Rizzler where he's bigger than AJ. It's so distracting.
Really, there's a moment where they were on a stream and Big Justice calls him by his Christian name, which is Christian, and the Rizzler looks at Big Justice and he goes, "What the hell, man?"
What?
I really like that gif.
We've talked more about fucking the Costco guys than anything else.
Listen, dog, gun to your head. One of these kids has to die. Which child?
The Costco kid?
I guess
No.
Big Justice.
I was like,
Jesus.
I was like, Jesus Christ, Brendan.
No.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'll be real. It was no Sophie's choice for me. I went right for Big Justice, but so you mean in the Krampus kids?
Mandy, did you know that the mother of the Costco guys doesn't have a name? She's just called the mother of Big Justice.
That sounds like a fucking Dragon Age Origins boss.
This movie had a lot of evil toys in it, but I didn't see Chip Hazard once.
No, there was no like little army man toy.
No action figures, yeah.
No action figures.
There was no Archer.
Oh, you're blurry.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see. I would have loved to see just licensed toys, kinda. That would have been fun. But
would've been
also, I
money.
understand why. Well,
also,
it's less that. It's more like I think Hasbro would get pissed off if Barbie had a.
Holy shit, guys.
No, small soldiers. Barbie went fucking crazy in that movie.
Yeah.
The amount of fucked up Barbies in that.
What if there was a Simon Says, and what if he said it?
What?
What if there was a Simon Says, and what if he said it?
What if he said a slur? What if the Simon Says was like
Red, green, green.
And then it vaporized somebody when he said it.
And then what the fuck with Aunt Donna or whatever her name was just fucking burst into
Auntie
flames.
Donna? What are you calling her Aunt Donna? It's Aunt Dorothy.
There was a D. There was a D. Burst into flames. What if the Simon Says was trauma dumping?
I'm just thinking.
What if
I'm
Bop
just
It made you
thinking.
do fucked up things?
I'm just thinking. No, yeah, I was thinking of a Bop It where it's like Bop It, twist it, pull it, Kill your parents.
Was that
And then you have to do
wasn't that a
it.
Whitest Kids You Know bit, actually?
Oh my God,
They
that
had like
might
a
have
fucked
been.
up bop it.
It might have been. It might have been.
This is the second time that we're referencing a Whitest Kids You Know bit. We were referencing the nail gun bit before.
Oh shit, there was a nail gun bit in this movie. Nail gun.
Got the Nerf nuke.
I love the Simon Says idea. That's the stupidest thing ever. That's so fucking funny.
What if there was an evil? It's like Wish Upon.
What if they had a
Oh.
Bernstein Bear playset and Papa Bear had a big orb come out of his hand that vaporized an elderly person?
That's just for me.
What if Auntie just fucking exploded, dude? What if she died?
I'm just thinking about like a Papa Bear with a big Bernstein Bears orb, and Max goes up and touches it and points at his aunt and says, "Old," and a ray fires out of his finger. That shit happened to me, man.
I know it happened to you. It was fucked up. I don't know how you're still living normally after
I'm
that.
not, man.
That would get stuck
I was
in my
in the
conscience
Berenstain
forever.
Bears universe. Now I'm in the Berenstain Bears universe. That's why I'm so fucked
That's
up.
real messed up, man.
What happened to the baby? I don't think I paid attention to what the
Baby
happened
got
to the baby.
snatched.
Baby
Oh,
got
the
snatched
elves.
during
The elves.
the elf scene, yeah.
Nobody dies in this movie, okay? It's captured. People get
Well,
captured.
The
UPS
mailman
guy.
guy.
Okay, fine. One guy dies.
He got frozen.
The neighbors were also, they had dubious
They
fates.
didn't die though. They just kind of disappeared. I don't think it. I don't believe in death in this movie. I think this movie is like. I think they just disappear. That's what I think.
They all got dragged to the underworld, like Omi said.
Except for the UPS guy, because he's clearly frozen in there and dead.
I mean, that just sucks for him.
Unless
but
he's frozen like a cartoon way where he'll just thaw out.
Oh, geez, what a rough day.
what the hell happened?
Wait,
What the hell?
wait, Billy, you just, holy shit, that's a good cat. You said it wasn't it was a DHL guy, right?
Yeah.
It's a fucking German mail company.
Is it?
Yeah. DHL's based in Germany. And that's why the bell came in that was Krampus mail.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
Because they got the big sack and they're like, oh, like, you know, Democrats are always giving them free stuff.
No, because he doesn't. He's like, oh, who left this here? And the guy's like, I don't know.
Yeah, but DHL's a German company.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like they're unusual to have around here because it's usually UPS, FedEx, sometimes somewhere more local.
That's weird to me because we get a lot of DHL.
We get some DHL here, but it's quite low on the delivery tier you're getting.
Huh. Usually the fees are fucking disgusting though. I will say.
Or who knows, maybe Ohio is full of DHL delivery people, and this isn't a Krampus connection.
I've never seen a DHL.
Well, that answers that. Ugh, my brain, what the fuck?
Yeah, a lot of characters disappeared in that elf raid, honestly.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
just sort of get snatched away.
I'm gonna be honest. Like they when they get closer to the end, I feel like at one point they're like, okay, we gotta make some motherfuckers disappear because there's this cast has too many people in it, and then they just send the elves in.
The last 20 minutes or so was definitely a wrap it up moment.
Yeah.
Like it was like, all right, start running through it real quick.
I know movies run long now, but it feels like Krampus could have benefited from maybe 15 to 20 minutes more to kind of pace out some people getting vanished.
I feel like they should have cut out stuff and then done that because that movie is 2 hours. It's an hour 40. It's an hour 40, man. It's pretty long.
I think it cut up some more of the build up since it's not that strong anyways.
I can see them cutting that off.
It's like you kind of get it. And it's like they don't do it like Brendan said, they don't do anything too crazy. You get, okay, the family's mildly dysfunctional. Dinner isn't going great.
The dialogue I don't think is that good.
Because they're all, what's the family from Christmas Family Vacation? The redneck family.
Oh,
Cousin Eddie.
Yeah, Cousin Eddie.
yeah.
Yeah, it feels a bit like they want to do like a Cousin Eddie shows up. Like they even have like the gross dog with Rosie. But it's like they don't go as far or like disgusting as Cousin Eddie is. So it's sort of like, oh, he's basically like a little bit more grounded Cousin Eddie, which is like more real, but not that entertaining. Which you get when they're trying to make like, okay, here's like the relatives you're not. Here's like the tiring relatives for Christmas dinner. It's like, they don't do a bunch with them early on. It's Krampus.
It's Krampus.
Fucking Krampus.
Merry Krampus.
Let's
Yeah, what do
hash
you
it out.
think
Let's
of this
hash it out.
movie? Would you give Krampus a boom or a doom?
Or a boom boom because it's crap? No.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, cooler art. Cool.
This is actually kind of hard.
No, I mean, immediately it's cool.
That advent calendar was pretty.
Yeah.
like the flashback with like the
We didn't even get into how fucking gorgeous that animated segment is. For me personally, I would say art because I appreciate the movie more as art than cool. Like I would if I rewatch it, it's mostly for the vibes, not for the.
But it's like the miniatures are really cool. And like the costumes and the puppets.
It's like the toys, the action scenes, the nail gun scene, the dog going into the vent. It's cool. Just because it has art in it doesn't mean it's art, IMO.
The problem is we also just watched an extremely cool movie.
Yeah.
We watched a super cool movie recently. So now this is hard.
Manborg is like fucking so cool.
It's got Adam Scott hitting boards against a wall. I am fully in the cool camp here.
Actually, that just made me switch it to cool. It's like
got Adam
there's
Scott
still some art.
There was a hammer. Are you kidding me?
Just hearing Adam Scott, I'm like, oh yeah, actually this is cool. He only gets art for Severance.
The thing is like, would you call Santa's sleigh cooler art?
Oh, that's cool.
That one's cool.
That's cool. This is in that same vein for me.
Oh, this has more art than Santa's sleigh.
No,
they got the Gremlin style puppet fight up in the upstairs. They're not like fucking like this. Art to me is like simmering, slow, like building, and this is like
really rides the line. I think it leans art.
Santa's sleigh had the lore about the demons and angels and shit, but it wasn't a flashback like this.
They put him in a demon pit. This is far easy cool for me.
It's cool with some art, but like,
because the thing is, I appreciate this movie more as art than cool personally. But that's personally, like
on it.
I don't know, man. For me, I just think it's more cool, more art than cool.
I think that's also true to a degree too, because it's like there's cool stuff this movie, but it never gets to like really cool.
Yeah.
But the art scenes are like really impressive, like the flashback, like, oh, look at those puppets, look at those toys. But it's, with the cool things to do with them, they're kind of cool.
And also just like the Weta just really fucking killed it with the art. Just in general of everything, and to me it feels more like a movie that I like gawking at than watching and cheering. Like a movie is cool when I'm like cheering and going like, yeah, woo, but this is not a movie like that at all.
It's really close, but I might have to go with cool still. But it's tougher.
It's really close.
I go with cool specifically for the mom scene too, where the mom like is like, give me back my baby, and she like fucking runs towards him.
Yeah, but I just don't think it's cool enough.
I like, for me, art and cool is a vibe. It's not that it contains art. Like the art is cool, absolutely. Like the puppets and stuff are cool.
That's what I'm saying. It's not. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I appreciate more as art than cool.
Yeah,
it having art doesn't have anything to do with it. It's just like the vibes for me are more aesthetic than cheering and being like, this is awesome.
When I think art, I think like Suspiria and like Giallo films.
This isn't Suspiria.
Really crazy.
Yeah, and it's like
really crazy,
I guess I don't know. This is, I guess, an issue with the rating system is how general art or cool is. But like,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Was this movie woke or not?
I was.
They do eat Gravlax.
They do eat, and that's woke. Nothing's more woke than eating like fish.
I was talking about the cutscene film access from the original art cool scale.
Oh god, this is more cutscene.
This is an art cutscene.
This kind of is cutscene.
I've never fucked with that. That's just complicated.
The rare art
cutscene is just a complicated access on this shit. I don't fuck with it. Like,
did you know the origin for cutscene was Dimitri watching a movie with us and accidentally calling a scene as a cutscene? So no, it's like the cutscene where they go in the house.
I'm gonna rate this art or cool based on the first Reddit comment for the movie discussion. That's it. Reddit Krampus, official discussion 8 years ago. Movie is fucking epic. All right, I'm putting it in cool.
You're fucking lying. You're lying.
Say that.
Nobody fucking says that. Shut your mouth. You're lying.
Dude, they got so much Reddit gold.
No, they didn't. You're fucking lying, Brendan. You're going to hell. You're on the naughty list. You're literally going to choke on that coal. You're going to be so full of coal.
I'll be so cold in the ground before I let a Redditor sway my opinion.
I will die on the cool hill. I am camp cool 100%, but I respect the hustle on the art.
I'm cool, but not like strongly cool over art.
This is the first time we're having a discussion for the rating.
Why?
This is the most I've disagreed. on the rating.
I was thinking the same. I was like, we've never had a moment where we're like actually arguing about this. This is so dumb.
Art cutscene.
No, I disagree.
I like the creature effect. Like everything is very artistic about it, but I think like generally, like I have to go with cool.
I have to go with art.
I'm kind of liking art cutscene.
Art cutscene. Real film beaters love the cutscene.
Art cutscene is something like Silent Hill 2.
I'm just, it's cool. Krampus is like a Dead by Daylight character, and they're trying to start the generator. I just put that in cool.
They are! Their fire basically is the generator. No, their fireplace is the generator.
They don't fucking pallet loop. They just put the pallet on the fucking walls.
What the fuck are you saying? What is a
This is like fucking Dead by Daylight game with 8 players and 1 killer with a fucking horde.
Yeah, they were sieging the house, and it was pretty cool with all the snowmen out there.
They got fucking cool little great gingerbread men that are like fucking jumping around and going.
Do you remember when Krampus started laughing at him, they all laughed and the goats were like headbutting?
They did. It was fucking cool.
That was art.
That scene was cool.
I was gonna say my unswayable mind is firmly planting my feet in the ground at art cutscene, but then I did remember that they had the elves break down the wall and like SEAL Team 6 extract the fucking
They did. They fucking burst through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man.
Actually, there was that scene.
They sent the dog in the fucking vent.
They did bait art, and they had cool happen instead. Because he goes please let my family.
It's an art bait movie, dude. It's fucking cool.
Well, because he goes like, free my family, please. And like, he takes the tear off his cheek and you think it's going to be like, okay.
Fuck you, kid.
You get the true meaning of Christmas.
Shit. Wait a minute.
And then they all start laughing and go, fuck you. And they throw him in the hole.
You understand, motherfuckers?
Yes, you are. You actually, you changed my mind fully, actually. You're making the most sense.
They baited art, and even though like there's an ambiguous ending where actually he did, let them go. There's a scene where it looks like they're gonna do the Christmas thing where he puts things back and they learn their lesson, but they all just start laughing.
Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare the fucking camera. It ends with a FNAF jump scare.
The last shot was done by Freddie Wong, so that's not their fault.
The one thing that convinced me was when you said that the elves fucking SWAT extract the you know what? That's a
the goddamn clown.
100%. You're right.
They harnessed that clown like a horse from a forest fire and pulled him out of the house so quickly.
Adam Scott tremors the creature in the ground. This is cool, dude. He burnt gummers.
This is the most convinced I've ever been.
But it's cool. But cool wins over art.
It's art. Cool wins.
It's cool. Damn it.
Yes! Brendan wins! Cool wins
It's not about winning or losing.
It's about having fun watching Krampus.
It's about having fun watching movies with friends.
I'm taking the W regardless.
Watching the kid do the Hans Gruber fall into hell.
That was awesome, by the way.
That was awesome. Yeah, no, it's cool. This movie's cool.
I am Brendicated.
Yeah. Merry fucking Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
Merry Coolmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Coolmas to all.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy
holidays.
Yeah, see? There you
From
go.
my family to your family.
I hope you get some big and bulbous presents underneath that tree.
I hope they save Berry Boy.
I really do hope they choose life for Berry Boy this year.
We made it so far without talking about Berry Boy.
Life for Berry Boy. It's a Christmas miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle. We chose life.
It's a Christmas miracle. We chose life.
New rating scale if the movie was Berry Boy Life or Death.
Hey, thanks so much for listening. This episode would not have been possible without the help from our patrons, such as Alan Diver, Bland But Funny, Boo Poo Lou, Brain Soup, Brass, Cassandra Crash, Chips, Chris Chapman, Diamante Yogurt, DX Studios, Edward McMillan, Eric Scott Gillies, Ethereal, Geef, Generic Phoenix, Guy Beam, Invictus Echo, Jaybird, Lambda Man, Leo the Geotech, Lacavia, Mr. Starchy, Mr. Shirt, Pharmacy Fruit Bat, Preston Husk, Random Diamonds, Rat Supreme, Rowie the One and Only, Ryan Rocket, Spherical May, The Frost Ace, Ulbert, Will9455, and Woodstock. Thanks so much for listening, and we hope you have a jolly, holly, good holiday season, bitch. Oh, I shouldn't have. That was mean, man. Against the spirit of Christmas.